So this is the general equation for any circle. The number on the end is r squared, and so the square root of this number is the radius. And then if there's a number next to the x and a number next to the k, these are the numbers that form our center. We take their opposite sign from the one that's in parentheses. So for example, if this is negative and this is negative, then both h and k will be positive. Whereas if there were positive signs inside of our equations, then that means that these two values would be negative. Let's check out a few examples to see this in action. Here's a circle centered at the origin with a radius of 5. Notice that this equation is really the same as this one. If we subtracted or added 0 to the x and y value, we'd still be at a center of 0, 0. This is our h, and this is our k. I'm going to switch between these graphs. Right now, I only have this one being shown as graphed. When I turn this one off and turn this one on, I notice that I get the same exact graph as before. And that should make sense because if we subtract 0 from anything, it doesn't change the value. Here's another circle, and this one has a center at 3, 3. We took our old circle and shifted it 3 units to the right and 3 units up vertically. We can even see that if we examine 2 of the points on the circle. This one at 0, 5 for this circle has now been moved to 3, 8 for this circle. We moved 3 units right for the x from 0 to 3 and 3 units vertically from 5 to 8. And it turns out that this is true for all the points on this circle. We can examine another point and see that it was moved 3 units right and then 3 units up. And here's a different circle. This one's been shifted 4 units to the left and then 1 unit up vertically. And notice too that the center of this new circle is at -4, 1. This is the h value, and it's opposite in sign in the equation, and this is the k value, which is opposite of this number in the equation. Here's one final graph. For this one, it's been shifted 2 units left and 2 units down. And if we examine its center, it's at -2, 2. Notice that these two signs are opposite than the ones in the equation. Here's our h value, and it's opposite, which is -2, and here's our k value, which is opposite, so -2. Now that you've seen the general equation for any circle, I want you to try and figure out what are the centers and radius for each of these circles. Work carefully, and don't forget to pay attention to the minus and addition signs. Good luck.